It's football season. Well, and what does that have to do with wrestling? Well, I hate to break the news to everybody, but everything's a work. And where am I getting at? Well, this week's promo of the week is not necessarily, I guess, a quote unquote promo from pro wrestling, but then again, it kind of is. And this is John Cena from the ESPYs last year. Doc, you remember this promo a little bit, don't you? We kind of talked about it, I think, last year on the show, last summer sometime. Remember that?
Yeah, I think there were some old white guys in the crowd going, Kayfabe, John, Kayfabe.
Yeah, so I'm going to play that real quick for us, and it's about a 3-minute soundbite, but I really enjoyed this, so here it is, and we're revisiting. It's been over a year, but in light of football season and how everything's all work, here you go.
Okay, I get it. I get some tension in the room. Let's just address it. Why the hell did they get me to host this thing? No, I'm serious. Biggest night in sports. They couldn't go out and get Kevin Hart, Matt Damon, Kristaps Porzingis. He was my number one, by the way. Instead, they handed to a guy who spends most of his life in jean shorts and is actually proud of it. Why? Why did they go get a guy from the redheaded stepchild of sport and entertainment? Why did ESPN get a host from the WWE? I mean, it's rigged. Did I just spoil the surprise for some of the people? It's scripted entertainment. What we do is fake, right? So I know what you're thinking. Me hosting the ESPYs, that's crazy. Or is it genius? It's time to take a look at yourself, sports, and realize that you're more like the WWE than you have ever imagined. I'm going to start with the NBA. Cleveland won something. That's actually impossible. There is no way that wasn't scripted. Especially when you look at the whole story. Okay, LeBron. You used to be a good guy, and then you turned into a bad guy, and now you're a good guy again? And you left the NBA hanging. What are they going to do when they don't have a bad guy? Exactly what we do. They're going to make a new one.
They show a picture of Kevin Durant right there.
My hat's off to football, though. They got it right this year. Our beloved hero. He was sidelined. Looks like all hope was lost. Helpless in the clutches of his arch nemesis. But in the moment of truth, Peyton comes off the bench, wins the championship, and rides off into the sunset with the love of his life. I was pushing for you and Papa John. But that's not the only thing football gets right. I mean, they build characters. Odell Beckham Jr. Hell, he already looks like a WWE superstar. He is one parent away from being Coco Beware. But I will admit, here's the one place that the WWE has you beat, the one thing we have that you don't. Vince McMahon. A maniacal billionaire pulling the strings behind the scenes who uses every trick in the book to manipulate things to his advantage any way he can. Something like that is way too crazy for real sports. Or maybe we have more in common than you think. Maybe on the biggest night where sport meets entertainment, they got the perfect host. So, let's tell some jokes, right? You guys ready to have some fun? Come on, you guys ready to have some fun?
You know the sad reality of that is he ain't lying about a lot of that shit.
Yeah, for real.
So Kevin Durant's the bad guy. Roger Goodell is the commish.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna tell me the NBA? He says the NFL gets it right. The NBA is getting it right too, bro.
Oh, they're booking it. The NBA is booking the territory.
The Warriors are the Warriors are the horsemen right now. They're carrying all the gold. They got all the
Yes.
titles.
Fuck, that's true, huh?
And they
It's
just
true.
and the Cavs are now broken down. They're going to trade Kyrie away, so that's the equivalent of breaking Dusty's arm. Now what?
Right.
All of a sudden, this shit's starting to come together.
You gonna tell me that Super Bowl last year with Atlanta and New England didn't have some hokey pokiness going on in it? I'm just saying.
I explained to everybody last year how that shit was done.
Which is?
And in the third quarter, look, here's what people got to understand about a work. The NFL didn't care.
Enlighten us, oh great one.
The NFL didn't care about who won the Super Bowl. What they cared about is they had a blowout on their hands, and they couldn't let that shit go because people were starting to tune out on the ad revenues and tune off the game. So they needed to get it close. So in the third quarter, when the Patriots get the ball and go down, there were 3 pass interference penalties. How many other drives this year in football had 3 pass interference penalties? It got them into position. It got the ball rolling, and it got the momentum going. Once it got close, the NFL doesn't care anymore.
And Dan Quinn is either the dumbest person on the planet or the fix was in when he didn't run the ball so that they could set up a field goal, and he passed the ball, and I think Ryan got sacked, and then they were out of field goal range, and the rest is history. The Patriots end up, I think, tying the game, putting it in overtime. There was just too... Dude, that's just way too much funny business going on for me to believe anything. I just can't do it, and that's where I'm at with things.